Welcome back everyone. Today I want to share the top 10 van builder mistakes, and the first of them, we did it as well. It's making things not removable, because while traveling it's mandatory to have a opportunity to replace it, because now when we're lowering our bed and if one of our bed lift leg fails, we don't have a bed to sleep. Or for example, the second would be the fridge. When we built the kitchen cabinets, we thought about accessibility, but I forgot that if something breaks, we have to replace it. So in our case, when the winter came, the fridge stopped working and I started panicking that I cannot remove it without disassembling half of the kitchen. The second mistake would be poor layout planning, or just not giving enough time to think how your day routine would look like. For example, we are spending many hours by our laptops, so they have to fit on a table. I even plan having an extra monitor, so it has to be pretty huge, almost 1 meter and 60 centimeters. And the second example would be the countertops. Vicky loves cooking and I wanted to make it cozy and comfortable for her as well. Also, talking about the layout, it's just impossible to sleep that way. Even with the flares, I would need extra 50 centimeters. It would feel like that. And I'm not even that tall. I'm just 1 meter 85. The third mistake would be listening to other people's opinion too much. For some reason, everybody has an opinion how you should build your own van. And the people who even never had a van trying to advise you how you should insulate, or just how you'd not care about your weight of your van. But now when we live and when we're driving across the Europe, and there's plenty of steep mountains, and I'm very happy to have our van lighter. And another thing which is very annoying, around 2 months after we built a van, every person we met asked when we are going to finish the van, and this question just annoys very much. But I understand that they want all the best, but you never know how long are you going to build a van, because all the things you're going to build, it's new to you, how you're going to find the parts and how much the research you need to do if you're doing everything on your own. The fourth mistake would be underestimating your electrical needs, because everything adds up pretty quickly. The LEDs and the phone chargers are nothing, but the water heater, the fridge, diesel heater, laptops. In our case, we put 2 kilowatts and it's enough until now. We're not using everything at the same time, but we can do it. Every laptop is unique. For example, Vicky's laptop is taking 50 watts to 100 watts, and mine is taking 350 when I'm gaming. So you have to consider all of the small details and the big details. How are you going to cook? How are you going to have a shower inside the van? It piles up pretty fast. And that's why we put the maximum amount of solar power on our roof. That is 600 watts. I thought that's impossible, but we're looking for a solar panel which would be exact dimensions we needed. And because there's so many of them, we found one. Let's go up there and I will show you how it looks from the roof. And talking about the roof layout, I think we did a pretty great job while planning it. We put a max fan in front, we have a maximized solar area, and we have a roof deck, which I'm sitting right now. I would just add an extra vent next to the max fan, just in front of our shower. And there comes our fifth mistake. I would add an antenna cable just to have a better internet. I thought that not having an antenna would result in a poor internet speeds, but actually we chose even a better option, the eSIM, and we partnered with Ubiji, and they gave us a special discount code. If you use it, you get a 10% discount. It's over here. And talking about the internet speeds, they are great, and we traveled 5 countries right now. We underestimated how much gigabytes we use every day, and we thought that we are going to use cafeterias or gas stations internet, but it's very inconvenient and the Wi-Fi is not that fast as your eSIM option. So I just misunderstood the concept of the usage, how many gigabytes we need and where are we going to use it. It's much more convenient to have it in your own van and to not search for the options, and it's just too much headache.
And the next mistake is poor budget and time planning. Let's be realistic, all builds cost much more than we planned at the beginning. And especially if you are building for the first time, you don't know where to find specific equipment or you don't even realize how much it will gonna cost. Example, in our build, we didn't realize how much we're gonna pay for our electric system, and that we're gonna need to transfer our oven and fridge from another country. Same applies for time planning. You need to schedule separate areas in your van. For example, you need to give your shower 1 week, your kitchen area 2 weeks or 3 weeks, because your build can be infinitive and you don't want to spend so much time just building the van. You want to spend your time living in the van.
The seventh mistake would be not having an extra cable at your electrical hubs. It's not very hard to do, but it will save so much time. Believe me, because we changed our opinions for so many times about the switch positions, about the sockets, about the charging ports, and last minute we decided that we want to add the switch for our water pump, and we wanted to have an extra charging port for the camera batteries. The eighth mistake would be not having a proper tools, because many of the tools we used, we never even knew that they exist. For example, when we started to install the windows, we needed the constant stream of glue pumping to the window just to pop it, and so many other tools that saved us time and the quality of the install. Even the simplest tools like a jigsaw made our life so much easier, and I cannot even remember how it was to cut the metal with the cheapest one in the market. It's just don't do it.
The ninth mistake, don't be afraid to be creative. While building our van, we reached some points there it was necessity. One of the examples would be our bed lift, because we wanted to separate our sleeping and living areas. And another one is our walls. It was extremely dark at first, and then we just decided to paint them white, and now it looks extremely cozy inside it. So don't be afraid, because it might save you money and make your van unique.
And the 10th final mistake would be in not accepting the result you have done. For example, in our case, the perfectionism built up through the process, because every time I install the cabinet, I think I could do a better cut to be a more straight, or every time I'm doing the electrical install, I think I could spend more money for the bigger capacity or better wires or just better equipment in general. But it has no limits, and we just have to accept the things we have done in the first place with no experience. And you can share your build mistakes in the comments. I would be very interested to read them, because we made a lot of them as well. And thank you for watching, and see you in the next videos.